I can't believe it. We're back at my favorite place, Fort Wilderness Campground. And we're going to the cabins. Okay, sure, we gotta go through this long drive up to the front and check in first, but we're going to the cabins. Oh my gosh, hurry up. Stop talking to him. Stop being so nice. I want to get to the cabins. Oh yeah, I'm coming here to relax. I forgot. And the cabins at Fort Wilderness Campground are the closest you're going to get to handicap accessibility camping. And here, thanks to my friends at yourfirstvisit.net, I can show you the whole layout. It starts with the handicap accessible ramp they put in just for wheelchairs. All ADA compliant, and all wood, and rickety at times. Well, not rickety, but it kind of bounces you around. My first question was, why is the picnic table blocking the back door? But then I did notice that, yes, the picnic table itself is handicap accessible, with spots for wheelchairs. And then I noticed this sign on the door. Is climbing on the furniture really a problem here? Well, let's go ahead and go inside anyway. I did notice magic bands always work on the second try. And you enter in through the combination kitchen living room. Now the living room is where some of the biggest changes have taken place. When we first stayed here, this was a Murphy bed, and they've replaced that with this once comfortable pull-out couch, but more on that later. Because you see, you're standing in the open concept kitchen. And again, thanks to my buddies at yourfirstvisit.net, I can show you what a standard cabin kitchen looks like and compare that to the picture I took of the handicap accessible cabin. There's a large fridge big enough to hold my entire Christmas time order from Omaha Steaks. And even in the hallway there's stuff for me to point out to you. Like this coat rack, who you and I both know only serves one purpose, and that's to hang up your wet ponchos when returning from the park. Then there's your anti-Florida heat death controller. And your Mom, Andrew broke another glass closet. The bathroom has wide wheelchair accessible doors. And they are still taking the Zika threat seriously here. The mosquito wipes were sitting right there in the bathroom for you. The commode had the raised pedestal and the handrails in the right place, but again, somebody misplaced the trash can, and I had to move that. Roll-in shower has a large seat and a handheld shower along with enough grab rails. Floor drain is located in the shower, and there is a slight lip to keep water from getting all over the bathroom floor, but there's also a floor drain in the middle of the bathroom floor. Located behind the bathroom door, there's some spare storage and some extra bath towels. It'll hold you through until maid service comes the next day, or you can save yourself about $10 a day and opt out of maid service while you're here. And the final room is the bunk room. Well, what else would you call it? Not only does it have a queen-size bed, it's got bunk beds. See, now this is the room we usually give to the young'uns. For one, I've got a CPAP machine and I can't sleep against the wall. And two, my wife won't sleep against the wall. She doesn't like being trapped in. That's where that living room sofa comes into play. There's plenty of storage space in here and a place to hang your clothes along with the safe. Yeah, the cabins are awesome. I love it here, but there are a couple of things you're gonna have to do to get around. First off, that ottoman, that's gotta go. Just push it over to the side. You'll use it later, but you can't use it with a wheelchair. Second thing you're gonna need to do is go back and review my transport series on the Disney World bus service, because that's how you're gonna need to get around. Nothing is next to nothing at Fort Wilderness. You're gonna have to travel by bus to get anywhere. For instance, when it comes to dining, all but one of your options are located at the settlement. And that's as far as you can get from the cabins, with the exception of the 2 VIP cabins right next door. The 2 trading posts, the settlement and the meadows, are also accessible only by bus. And while the small wilderness pool is over by the cabins, it is unguarded. It does have a handicap lift, and it does have a hot tub, and there is a laundry room there, but you're kind of missing something if you don't head over to the Meadows pool at least once. Yep, the Meadows pool is just like the Meadows rec area. It's big. There's a lot of stuff going on here all the time. It's definitely the hangout place for the campground. There's a spa, as you can see, along with another handicap lift. There's a handicap lift for the pool also, but at the far end there's plenty of steps. The whole end is steps, as a matter of fact, with plenty of handrails to help you get in and out. There's a big play area for the kids. The far end is a kiddie pool, but that was closed for renovations while we were there. I mean, take a look at the cool water slide. And just as important, it's got that other place to eat I told you about. Also in the Meadows recreation area is the bike barn, where you can rent a bicycle, or take the kids fishing for the day, or rent a canoe, or any one of a half dozen other activities they have planned for the day. And every night, you can meet Chip and Dale at the campfire sing-along, and then they have the movie. A new Disney movie every night. Now, up by Bay Lake, you'll find the Settlement and Pioneer Hall. Pioneer Hall is also home to the Hoo-dee-do musical review. It's been serving up fried chicken to adoring crowds for 44 years. You can't argue with that kind of success. And also sharing the same handicap ramp, and incidentally, the same fried chicken, is Trails End Buffet. It's right there at the Settlement also. You probably want to make sure you get reservations. Trails End serves up a buffet for breakfast and a buffet for dinner, but serves up an a la carte lunch. It can also get pretty hectic and noisy in here. If that's going to be a problem, you might want to take that into consideration. And now, on to the food. I'm not sure whose idea it was to stick the ice cream and ice cream fixins bar here at the beginning of the line, but it can get rather hectic. Next up is the soup and the chili, and you'll find that located, well, right next to the ice cream machine. Next, we have everything you'll need to make the perfect salad. And then the already made salads, you know, potato salad, macaroni salad, that kind of thing. And fresh fruit. And the always helpful cast members. And then the pasta and veggies, and one of my favorite, corn on the cob. And then there it is, the world's famous fried chicken. We'll just get a little piece. Then there's also a carving station, but who's got room on their plate for that? Trails End seats a lot of folks. That means the lines at that buffet can get pretty long and backed up. So take that into consideration too. Now your third option is P&J's Southern Takeout. And you'll never guess what they specialize in. That's right, fried chicken. And you get it at the same counter that you just saw a minute ago. So I got the ribs. Yeah, the same ribs you get at the Trail's End. But you can also get the strawberry shortcake that hoo-dee-do is so famous for. Now, if you'd just like to sit back on the porch and enjoy an adult beverage, that's where Crockett's Tavern comes in. And you got a window right there. You can pick up your beer, wine, and cocktails, and then just sit back on the porch and enjoy a seat in a rocking chair while the kids play over at the playground right next door. And then every once in a while, something magical happens just to remind you that you're not at home and you're having a good time. And pretty soon you'll be ready to just sit around and play checkers or go up, rent a golf cart, go visiting friends, the loops. They call it looping. Or maybe stop up, pick up some Fort Wilderness merchandise. Or just sit back and enjoy the wildlife. You know, stuff you just can't do back home. You do have to be careful though. The wildlife is protected. Fort Wilderness Campground takes their holidays rather seriously. I guess seriously is the word. I mean, we did decorate our cabin when we stayed there this past Christmas. We had the Mickey Mouse train running around the grill on the deck. We even had our stockings hung up inside. Turns out, Christmas is a Fort Wilderness Campground tradition, and people take it to the max. We've already started shopping for next year, and we do have our reservations for Christmas. So, we're going to start stocking up now. I mean, there's just so much to see and do here at Fort Wilderness. We didn't even talk about Mickey's Backyard Barbecue or carriage rides with Star and Tyson. Tyson's the horse. Or going down to Clementine's Beach. That's where you can actually watch the fireworks from Magic Kingdom. They pipe in the music for you. Or during the daytime, you can just sit back and soak in some rays. You could even go down to the marina and rent a boat, the subject of another As Bob Sees It video, coincidentally. Or you could just sit around the cabin. It's kind of enjoyable too. Especially when you notice the old picture of the Fort Wilderness Railroad and wonder what that was like. You know, I kind of think that would make a good video too. But for now, it's time to head on out. Well, we know we'll be back. We've got reservations in a couple of months anyway. So, I love this place. Just look at it. It's green. It's open. It's fantastic. It's in the woods. What more could you possibly want? Okay, I know what you want. You want to know the truth about the living room sofa. Okay, well here's the story. I'm a big guy with a horrendously bad back. And usually when we stay there, we're with family. And when the cabins were first replaced, and we had tried a new queen bed pull-out sofa to replace the old double Murphy beds, well, we were impressed. They were really comfortable. Now, fast forward a couple of years, and I don't know which is aging worse, me or the sofa beds, but neither of us are able to find that sweet spot on the sofa beds. They're still far better than most. I mean, there's no metal bar at your hip, but I think the mattresses have just seen their day. Now, ordinarily, I just smile through and pile through, but Disney, not me, lists the cabins at Fort Wilderness as a moderate resort, and I'm paying over $300 a night just to be here. So over 3 nights that I'm here, That could be paying for a decent mattress. I'm just saying. I didn't bring a tent to sleep outside under the stars, although I could have done that. I don't have that kind of money I would have taken to buy a fully accessible RV and a driver because my wife doesn't like driving big vehicles. I mean, she can. She just doesn't like it. That's her choice. So if I want to relax in the wilds of Florida with a possible Mickey Mouse sighting, the cabins at Fort Wilderness are it. I love it here. I really do. I just want a couple of hours of sleep where I don't wake up crying, reaching for pain pills. Come on, Disney, help a guy out. Now, having said all that, I'll see you again in 2 months. Emmy's got her Fort Wilderness Christmas spirit, looking for your likes and comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. And when you do subscribe, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be out notified next time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.